But we're going to move on, and we're going to be talking about some Bulls. Me and Dave, our favorite team. And before we talk in about the actual topic of the Bulls and should they enter tank mode, we got to start with Jimmy Butler. Because what is going up with Jimmy, or going on with Jimmy?
Going down with Jimmy.
Like, I just feel like every time I turn on Chicago sports radio now, it's them complaining about Hoiberg because he's doing the same thing that we got rid of Thibodeau for doing.
Yeah. This is, I feel like, more egregious because I don't even think Tom Thibodeau would play a player for as many minutes as he put Jimmy through coming off of an injury. Mm-hmm. Jimmy's first night back, over 30 minutes played. And, of course, guess what? Next night, he's not playing. He's hurt again. Got some soreness going on. Going down to see the doctor. Thankfully, today he was cleared. No permanent damage, which is fantastic. Still not playing right away, though. He's going to take another night, see where he's at. It's just concerning because I don't know if Hoiberg really has control over Jimmy, or Jimmy was just like, I'm going to play. I don't care what you say.
Well,
like, I'm just going to do me.
February 5th, I remember me, you, and Sean went out to dinner that night. That was the night we played at Denver. Butler got injured. Yeah. Been out ever since, and then boom, a month later, March 5th, 34 in the win over the Rockets. 34, and I'm thinking, okay, like, if Jimmy can handle it, fine. But then, like you said, the next night, Jimmy's out. Jimmy didn't play last night either. Jimmy had to go and see Dr. Andrews, and it's like, holy crap, what are we doing to our star player? Are we trying to make him Derrick Rose 2.0? Is that what we're trying to do?
I don't understand it, but again, at the same time, I don't know if I'm blaming Hoiberg for this or if I'm blaming Jimmy. Jimmy could be thinking, look, I'm going to go out there and play as much as possible because I'm carrying this team. This is my team, and I need to prove it night in, night out.
I can see why he feels like he needs to do that. Yeah. However, I feel like Hoiberg, if that's the situation,
Hoiberg needs to have a voice of authority in that locker room.
Yeah, he just has to go, you know what? No, you ain't playing today. Or you're not playing that many minutes.
Yeah.
Hoiberg has to be more of the just kind of authoritative force where I feel like Thibodeau would have just been.
But has he earned that respect yet?
I don't think so.
And that's the problem.
That's one of the things where
he's not a voice of authority because he hasn't earned it.
The big thing with him is a guy coming out of college.
Yep.
On a team where it'd be different, like with the Boston Celtics. Yeah. Something like that worked because they were all young players.
Exactly. They have the buy-in.
They basically surrounded Brad Stevens with a college team.
Yeah.
Well, a step up from a college team because they could play in the NBA. But
Duke probably couldn't beat them.
Yeah, Duke couldn't beat them, but I don't know about that North Carolina team. They may. But the Bulls, to me, I mean, right now is an interesting situation because, like I said, Butler hasn't played the last two nights. We're a half spot as of right now recording out of the 8th spot. Should we just say, fuck it, let's tank for a good pick?
I want to give in and say yes, but at the same time, Derrick Rose is playing so well, it gives me hope. In the last 10 games, he's dropping 20 points a night, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, and shooting, most importantly, 52%. That is the biggest thing because an efficient Derrick Rose is a scary Derrick Rose.
But is Derrick Rose really a long-term solution for us anymore?
I don't know if you can call him a long-term solution, but the man can turn it on. And you can't count on him, but when he's in there, he is an option and he can cause so much damage. So that's the question with this Bulls team. Is this the now or never moment? Is this where we decide, look, the East is as weak as it's going to get. LeBron James can't handle his shit in Cleveland. The top team outside of that is the Raptors. Are you fucking kidding me? We've got their number. We can outplay them night in, night out, win a series. So then you're stuck. It's them versus the Celtics. Interesting matchup. I think the Bulls go all in. This is it, and this will decide where Derek goes next in his career. If Paul resigns, this is the big moment, and it's Jimmy's moment to be like, can he step up and truly be the one on a team? I think this is where you go all in, and you just go for that championship run.
See, I think
I don't think they can win. That's not me saying that. I'm just saying that this team has been on that teeter-totter of, do we go for it this year? Do we not? Are we all ready? Are we all okay? Everybody got their shoes tied today. I seriously
okay for the field trip,
right? That's how I feel. And even without Joe, I feel like this team is the best chance that we've had in the last couple of years. Derrick Rose performing on a high level, on an efficient level right now. Jimmy comes back. We're in great shape as far as that's concerned. Paul his age gracefully because his game is all based around not so much his health, like his body. He's not like an athletic freak. You know, he just has the soft touch. He's got that crafty outside shot, and he can fucking come around the basket and just soak rebounds. So this team has a decent core. If you have those secondary bench mob guys play up to their talent, now could be the moment to go in. But like you said, we're half game out right now. So that leaves us in an interesting position because half game out means we got a chance at a lottery pick.
I'm gonna hate that. I'm gonna hate that these words are gonna come out of my mouth because I hate the whole concept of tanking.
Yeah.
Commit to the tank. Commit to the tank at this point. And there is one reason why I say that. This happened 2 weeks ago. Before last week's podcast, I wanted it to be a topic. I brought it in to maybe be a topic. It hit the cutting room floor, so I'm going to bring it up during this one. David Kaplan on ESPN Chicago had an entire day subject, which was great for me because I was driving around a lot in my car for work, so I was able to hear all of it. And the thing he was talking about is how Derrick Rose should be shipped out of town, shouldn't play another game in Chicago, compared him, he's no longer Chicago tough, he's Chicago wealthy. That was the clip that he kept saying, because Derrick Rose came out and said, if I'm not 100% for the playoffs, like if I'm 97% basically, I'm not going to play unless I'm 100% because I have to worry about free agency in 2017.
What a quote.
He basically said, if I'm not 100%, I'm not playing in the playoffs.
No, that would incite some rage across Chicago.
So I hear that, and taking that and now putting it into this context, commit to the tank. Commit to it, because if Jimmy Butler's injured and he's missing 2 games here, and we're going to play him 34 because he thinks he's got to be the guy, and then he's going to miss more games because his knee's not ready yet, then Derrick Rose, he's going to be like, well, my knee's not ready either. I'm not playing. I'm not 100%. So just tank it out. We're not going to beat LeBron in the first round. Like, the Cavaliers, a depleted Cavaliers team, can beat us. If we magically got through the Cavaliers, then I would say, fine, don't tank. But right
Jimmy's
now,
under contract through 2020. Longest contract we've got right now.
I'm saying commit to the tank, because another thing you have to think about is right now the Kings are awfully close. I want to say in the draft order, they are 1 pick. They're at like 11. And as soon as it hits 12, their pick is ours. So there's a chance we could be getting 2 firsts, 2 lottery picks then for this year.
And that could even lead to us
getting a top 3 pick.
Double trading up
for like a top 5 pick maybe.
There's hope.
I'm throwing out speculations at that point.
I understand.
I don't know if 2 lottery picks would really equal a 5, but I would be happy for a trade up, even if it was for like a Buddy Hield or for a just get a better point guard than right now. Like Sean's been projecting Demetrius Jackson from Notre Dame, or Chad Ford had Wade Baldwin. Those point guards going to us. So if we can get like a better point guard in the draft, then I'm all for it. I'm all for trading 2
better
picks
than
for
what?
1.
Better than Derrick Rose? You expect these people? Or better than,
better than what
Etuan Moore? I'm sorry, Etuan Moore's Aaron Brooks.
I like Derrick Rose. To me, I heard those comments and I was on the same side.
I understand.
I was on the same side of Kaplan, where you know what, get him out of town. I don't need him. Anything is better than you. But
I have a love-hate with Derrick Rose.
You know what surprised me about that? People called in and defended Derrick.
Yeah.
And even Kaplan
Because you have to understand, this is a guy who grew up in Chicago. He bled for Chicago.
Yeah.
He's pretty much destroyed his body for Chicago.
But he's not anymore.
And because of those injuries, he's so jaded about it. He's already seen management go early on with his injuries, question whether they're going to back him in the long run. And it's those questions, it's the little things that build up in your head that lead to those doubts. It's like, does the city have my back anymore? I've done everything in the world for them. Like, what more can I do to prove myself to these people? So when he goes out and says, I need to be healthy because in 2017, I've got my own back. That's the question.
Like, I would be fine with, like, right now, like I said, Demetrius Jackson, Wade Baldwin are the 2 that are being projected to the Bulls. I would be ecstatic if, and I know the Kings have to do bad enough so we get the double pick.
Hey, well, let's be honest. DeMarcus Cousins hates his coach. His coach hates him. His ownership hates his coach. It's a great circle there.
It's possible, but that needs to happen for us to do it. But I would love to be able to have 2 first-rounders this year and trade them both for, I don't know, top 10 talent like Chris Dunn out of Providence, who's a point guard, Jamal Murray,
that would
Kentucky
be huge.
Point guard that's been lighting it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather have those guys. Jamal Murray is the number 1 point guard in ESPN's positional ranking, 6th overall. But that'll change because Chad Ford changes them like clockwork.
Exactly.
Changes them 6 years down the line.
Yeah, it doesn't matter when the draft was. He'll keep changing.
Oh, James Harden? I never had him as a second-round talent. You're crazy. You crazy, Joe Rogan.
It's almost insulting to a point, Chad.
But what do you think? You never gave a definitive answer. Should the Bulls tank? You thought I was just going to forget about it.
I was hoping you would. I gave that great speech, the feel good. Let's go for the playoffs. This is it. This is our moment.
So is that your answer? Go for the playoffs? Or is it?
We're not going to win it anyway.
I know, right?
We're not going to win it anyway. We should tank. The only problem is it's the non-guaranteed tanking.
Yeah.
In the NFL, you're guaranteed. You finish dead last, you get the number 1. The NBA, there's that lottery chance. And I feel like we've already used up all our luck on Derrick Rose.
Well, there's no Chicago. Like if this was the Jabari Parker class.
Yeah. Cool. There's no Chicago kid coming out.
We've got the first.
Ben Simmons.
Got the first pick. Yeah. Like
Ben Simmons is
not
that one overall.
He's not a Chicago athlete. So I mean,
Cleveland got it 3 years in a row. Like there's or 3 out of 4, I think.
Yeah, but
so there's a shot.
You guys all know my conspiracy theory that the Lakers are getting the first round pick this year. Oh,
first overall.
Oh, you lose Kobe. Oh, here's the next LeBron James. Here, have fun.
Here,
have fun.
As a fan of the Lakers, I love it, and like the smile on my face right now is just ear to ear.
D'Angelo Russell, Jordan Clarkson, if he comes back.
Oh, he will.
Julius Randle, Ben Simmons. That's 4 of your starting 5 right there.
That's disgusting.
You can even I know Randle is small for a 5. Move him to the 5. Ben Simmons to the 4. Just play small. Yeah. Clarkson and Russell at the 1 and 2. Just find yourself a 3.
Even though I feel like off topic, but Clarkson's a better 6 man. But yeah, I totally agree. That shit gets me rock hard.
But I mean, I'm all for the Bears to tank, the Bulls to tank. You mentioned the NFL and it threw me off, but the Bulls.
I sadly agree with you.